Hello, I'm Chef Mark. Welcome to learningtocook.com. In this session, we'll be preparing asparagus Polonaise. And now we're ready to cook our asparagus. When I select asparagus, I make sure that the fronds are intact on the top. There's nothing damaged or bruised, and that's important. Also like to see how fresh they are, relatively recent harvest. So you can see the bottoms are white, cut recently, so that's a good sign of a relatively fresh asparagus. And they smell, I guess, very plant-like. So I'm going to align the fronds up, like I said, and see here on the counter. Then I'm going to cut off the bottoms. Now, the bottoms I like to use and keep for asparagus puree or coulis, right, which is the same thing. Also, I like to keep the bottoms for asparagus soup, cream of asparagus soup. So I line them up, I cut them so that they're even. And it does dual purpose in removing those woody stems that you see at the end of the asparagus. So I keep those for asparagus soup. Now, some of you may say, well, there's still a white part. Well, you know what? You can also snap off where the natural break is, where the woody part is. And that's important to do if you have a lot of white bottoms on that. With the penciled-in asparagus, they're relatively thin like a pencil. You don't really have to remove the fronds because this is very thin, the skin. When you get the larger asparagus, you may have to peel those, but also depends on the season, how thick or thin the skin is. And you say, well, I want to peel my asparagus, that's what I like. Then by all means, you peel from the fronds down to the end, all the way to the end. So that removes some of that tough cellulose. Be mindful, peel asparagus tend to cook faster because there's nothing protecting that soft core. So those are different ways to handle asparagus. So having said that, let's tie that bunch up. How many asparagus per person? I guess that depends on how many you like to eat. Usually people enjoy 6 or so asparagus because they're nice and penciled in. Many times folks will pick them up by their fingers. Just depends, right? Easy to eat that way. And just feed them, or you can cut them up and saute them, which is also a nice preparation. Today's preparation will be asparagus Polonaise, a great classic dish from Chef Escoffier. And asparagus Polonaise has 3 ingredients: toasted breadcrumbs with melted butter, hard-boiled egg yolk, hard-boiled egg white, chopped fine, and chopped Italian parsley, salt, and pepper. But now we're ready to go and put this in boiling water, and once it comes to a boil, we'll allow them to simmer until tender. Now that the asparagus is ready, you see that it's simmering. Let's lift them out and put them in ice water. That way, we can test to see how tender they are. Now I can handle them then. Be able to handle them. Then slight resistance, flexible, just a slight resistance. Tender, knife goes through with some resistance. That's how we like them, a little firm, not limp and mushy. We're going to want to serve them up now with our beautiful Polonaise. Fresh breadcrumbs processed in the food processor, salt and pepper, and some melted butter. Goes across the center. And then we have finely minced egg white, as much as you like, because it adds a nice component to the vegetable. And chopped egg yolk, beautifully cooked. And then some chopped parsley on top. And it's ready to serve, asparagus Polonaise.